And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Victoria 3 as the United States. Um, we got Beijing. I'm going to do some stuff in Beijing to try to make Beijing a little less likely to rebel. Turn personal transport off. Yeah, let's turn personal transport off. Well, turn it to personal transport instead of public transport. Most of the that's the only one that's going to make sense on. It's under to turn off. Tooling workshop, labor saving off. This opens up new jobs, arms, hand assembly, textiles, traditional looms, furniture, hand assembly. Automobiles doesn't have it on anyway. All mines don't do road carts and hand cranked. Turning these off, or turning these settings should make it so there's more jobs, at least temporarily. Yeah, that's not really labor saving, that's just change something. Okay. Let some time pass. And basically we're gonna try to employ Beijing. You wanna trade your Delta for Congo. How much of the Congo do I have? Because I've got all the Congo, the answer is definitely no. The Congo for the French Niger Delta. It's really tiny, although that's... How big is the French Niger Delta? 300,000 people. We're still... I know that would cut me off. That's a no. It's cutting us off where we're still colonizing. Oh, thanks for asking, France. And then to stem the bleeding, we are going to turn the tax up to very high. Thieves and Beliars. There's central planning. Operation speed up will be good. Maximum affairs will be good. Government dividends efficiency will be good. So that's a lot of good stuff for us. Okay, let's do pneumatic tools for construction sector throughput. And then nitrogen fixation, plastics. Probably actually want the steam turbines before we electrify. Electrical into electric railways into radio. And then if we're in radio, we're probably electrifying, so we'll do electric arc processing into compression ignition. And then I think we'll be done with the production tree for a bit. Yeah, we'll go with the hush this down. Gonna piss off the military, but... yeah, state construction efficiency is the big malice there. Yeah, and the soul's coming from the liberal and the reactionary movements. There's nothing I can do to fix. Although, we're up to 46% success chance, so decent possibility it actually succeeds. And if it does, then this one should probably go... Well, I say go away. That'll help with keeping it from getting worse. Cancel the fireworks. Cancel the illuminations. Cancel the revolution. I think we want to actually go for cancel the revolution. The authority cost is going to be the easiest one to pay, and we don't want the Han being more rebellious. Okay. I do want to get the General Electric going when we get the next spot. So we need 5 electrics industries in either Massachusetts or New York. So let's put 5 in New York. And then we're going to want enough to telephone up all the government admin to 1.5k. So easily could have 20 of these, if not 30 of these going. So let's put another 20 of these in Beijing. And standard of living compared to the rest of the country. Okay, that's fair. And their base acceptance levels in cultural erasure, so if we get multiculturalism, that'll help a lot. The mob approaches. Order the troops to stand down, because we want loyalists, not radicals. We're having an election where it looks like the Republicans are going to sweep into power. Which actually wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. That's likely to get a lot of clout for the trade unions, we'll see. No. I'm surprised Spain is even willing to do that. We're just gonna go to humiliate Spain. Oh, and because it's defensive, I can probably do force money transfer. Sure. Well, that as well. Okay, France is willing to come in until the UK was called in. You've been humiliated by Spain? Okay, so you can't come in. You didn't mark declares neutrality. Okay, so this is going to be the setup. I don't think we're going to lose because they have to do naval landing on one of our locations. That's going to be hard to do for them. Oh, and there is a small Spanish colony. Spain backs down. I wonder why. We don't want the penalties from turmoil. Mortality from turmoil I'm willing to accept. Related contest. Acquire the land in Panama. Which of course does not nicely come with a port, so we're going to get a port and the Panama Canal under construction. Okay, one more successful vote, we'll have multiculturalism. Chile wants us to invest in them. Okay. I will let my ownership class build in you. At the moment, I'd probably prefer them building in China, but, well, building in Beijing. Negotiate the trade unions into at least not stalling. I don't think I need to do that. Oh, did we have the election? Apparently not. No, 30 days left on it. Yeah. And then I think the Republicans are going to win the election, so they'll come into government. Bureaucracy hit. And yeah, this one should calm down as soon as we're not actively trying to pass multiculturalism. We'll join the Free Trade and the Socialist Party in the next election. Okay. Hopefully that's a while off in the future. It wouldn't matter if everyone came to the city. Farms to forces, from farms to better farms, or from farms to factories. We'll do that one. Oh, and I'm at the point where I need more construction. Construction sector. Washington State, let's get you up to 25. We'll do Bennett as well. Oh, don't stall out on the last one, please. So bad. 30% chance of success, 32% chance of stall. More government bureaucracy. China probably makes... Well, China actually maybe... Well, it still makes sense maybe to build it here. Because we currently have outstanding admin issues there, so... Let's put 10 there to start. Oh, and I need to, before I forget, we're going to want to subsidize the electric industry so it doesn't downsize. Okay, the New York 5 are done. Okay, I don't want to build after the food industries. Glass is tempting. Yeah, glass is tempting. Let's first check. Scroll down. Do I need transport in Beijing? Yes. Wait, that doesn't... Oh, no, this is surplus. We don't need it in Beijing. Okay, we don't need it until we turn labor saving on. We're not going to turn labor saving on until we've, you know, caught up on the unemployment. Which that's well in the future. Although we're down to 400,000, so it's moving in the right direction. Yeah, I think that means we're gonna go. I think we need the most of price-wise. Could put more car manufacturers there. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's put another 10 car manufacturers here so that the Ford Motor Company can buy them up. Is that going to be enough? No, I'm gonna really switch. We're gonna go up to 40. Unless I don't think I have the infrastructure for it. So each of these is 2. How much have I got? I've got enough for... We'll say that, and then we'll build some rails. 5 rails. Construction sector throughput, that's 10% more stuff being built. What am I... American Panama. Sure. Taxes, taxes everywhere. You don't escape the taxman. I'm not worried about the fact that we're negative bureaucracy right now, because we're going to go negative bureaucracy positive as soon as I've got these electric industries finished. I'm going to start changing the PMs on the government admin. Do you hear that too? No, succeed, not fail. If it fails, we're definitely going to have a hand revolt, is basically where we're at. The Doctor's Rebel. Official translations. Okay. Can negotiate with which group? Trade unions. We'll see what they are open to. Right to association next, after we've already promised right to compulsory primary school. And yeah, I don't think I can eat that bureaucracy thing. So we're gonna say no here. Build negotiation for 5 years. So they're not gonna be interested in negotiating. It's a shame. You want to join the Wall Street Pact? Sure. I forget what the what modifiers we can get to apply to this. Is there really any other ones I can get applying, right? That's the question I've got going on there. Power block, investment rights. Could also make them economically dependent on me, but I've got other priorities. I like trying to stabilize Beijing. Yeah, so it's probably just own their economy, which is not what we're doing right now. We had a stall. Is that going to turn into a setback, or is that going to die? Turn into a setback. Good. Okay. Still, 3% chance of success. It's probably going to fail. Successionist protests. Suppose now we've changed. So exiled. So now interested in you, you, and you. And the communists, of course, don't care about multiculturalism. Anarchist, we'd be on board with. Humanitarians, we'd be on board with. Surprised at how difficult it is to find the type of people I'm looking for. Sovereignists. That'll work. Okay, so that's one. Oh, I've got 3 slots, but I can only invite up to 2 is what's going on there. Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. Oh no, it's got a 5-year cooldown. Yeah, never mind. Failed debate again. Back up to 3%. Oh, the game is being very laggy. So you've joined the Edo National Movement. Oh, which is prepared to start Civil War. Okay. Not quite what we want you to be doing, mate. Can you pressure the government? So we can make you the head of the intelligentsia. And by making you the head of the intelligentsia, be able to push for multiculturalism. Because that'd be like another 18% to success rate. going to be enough. We're going to get one last roll at multiculturalism. It's either going to pass with this 3% or it's probably going to fail. An ultimatum. The person who wants multiculturalism is trying to resist. Okay. Infamy generation, that's nice. All Street Pact will accept. So in theory, when we get the next mandate, we can actually take something new. How did I get involved in this uprising? Oh, I see. It's not... I'm not sure how Netherlands got control of the war side, but I see why they're involved, yes. Okay, so either way, multiculturalism has died. Which means the Han revolt at this point is probably unavoidable. The other ones are going to calm down. The Han are not. Okay, so that's probably about to lose control of all those constructions, so I should plan not to have them soon. Let's get our skyscraper in Minnesota going. And I probably need to build the... Well, I don't... We're going to build it. Build some electric industries in the United States. I have a suspicion we're going to suddenly... We have a demand for them. And what's being built in China is going to end up on the other side of the border for a bit. Oh, the industrial cylinder opposed, and they're refusing to negotiate. Fair enough. Did the... No, there it is. I'm like, did the revolt just give up? No, there's the revolt. British aren't willing to come around. Interestingly. Hopefully don't need them. Hopefully time to build up our armies a bit. You know what? I'm gonna raise 3 new armies, just so I got 3 clean armies. We can disband the old ones. Give me 100 soldiers from Florida. 100 soldiers from California. Or 100 battalions from California. And then we're going to put this one in Africa. I don't think I'm going to raise it from Africa, though. I think we're going to raise it from Oregon. There we go. That'll build up pretty quickly. Well, maybe just that Florida is a terrible place to build. It's Florida being a terrible place to build. I'm like, why do I have construction inefficiency in Florida? Florida's Florida. Fair enough. Okay, in the meantime, we don't have China have some taxes. To pay for the, absence of China. Social Democrat. Okay. Be successful. I need to put down this revolt in Africa so I can bring the troops out of Africa to send them to China. Or hope that the Florida army stands up faster. Chemical fertilizers, okay. Next install chance. Tempting to go up that way. Oh no, I think I'm gonna go for colonial offices here. They're in default. Yeah, that's fair. Pushing them back? Are they pushing us back? I think we're pushing them back at this point. Oh, we gotta occupy something. Okay, let's bring this one. Try the good old land in the rear to disrupt them. Actually, we can use the 4th American Army for that. Standard of Living shot up after we lost control of Beijing, almost like that was the lead weight holding us down. We're gonna because we've got them on the back foot now. Let's get you off to do the naval landing in Beijing. They're in default, so I suspect we should succeed on the landing. Rubber. Domestic, please, not abroad. There we go. Build a bunch of rubber. So in theory we got our stuff back. Yeah, I think we got our stuff back. May have lost a little bit of the coast, it's hard to tell. And if we did, it would have been because you can't hand divide states once they're divided. Or you can't undivide, or can't divide states once they've merged. Oh, and we've already incorporated those states. Cool. Yeah. Granted, that probably screwed up all the PMs in those areas. Electric fencing we're not ready for. Okay, hopefully we got enough telephones. Hopefully we got enough telephones. You probably don't. Well, I have enough for without amounts. We did have a lot of telephones built in China. So if we can successfully reabsorb Beijing, get our telephone production back. Twenty levels of telephones. You can see they shouldn't have rebelled. The unemployment spiked up to 900, almost 900,000, just for being rebelled. Okay, nice compulsory schooling. Yeah, this guy just joined a weird faction, which is what's stopping that from being useful. Careful maneuver into a blunder. Looks like that'll be a successful attack. New election. We got the Democracy, the Free Trade Party, and the Republican Party. Or Democrat Party, Free Trade Party, and the Republican Party. Democrats are probably going to come in, the other two are going to get chucked. Do that. I don't want to pay that. So many different technologies to institute when we get things running. We're a great nation. Truly a hero for the people. Now we'll go national exceptionalism because we think they're on the way out. I don't think the extra 10% is going to save them. Yeah, so basically if we succeed at landing, they surrender pretty quickly. And that's, of course, the struggle. Start the fight and immediately just panic retreat. Great job, guys. You know what I could use right now? The removal of the lending malice. 23 months is probably longer than we got in this war, but... I need to give you commander. Let's see if we can actually win this war against Beijing. Part of this is, of course, coming from... It's not going to give me an easy breakdown on this. Part of this is coming from the landing modifier. This is very much turning into clutching victory from the jaws of defeat. Although, still pretty easy possibility that this just goes south. Textile mills. Let's get the production queue full. Something to be built by the government side. Clothing. Clothing's not a bad idea. Oh, so close. Looks like the garrison is depleted at this point. More attack, and we will control the objective, and they won't. There we go. War is over. Welcome back into the fold, Beijing. Checking to make sure the PMs are on the right ones. Labor savings off because we want to deal with the unemployment as quickly as possible. Go from admin, telephone switchboard, trade center, on mass scale, okay. Construction sector on steel, that's good. Railway on steam, okay. Okay, that was a hard fight for Beijing, but Beijing has been reunited with the United States of America. That didn't even affect the United States GDP. Not at all. No effect on the GDP. Population went up and down, obviously, because Beijing's a lot of people, but Beijing doesn't really affect the GDP, apparently. Yeah, doesn't affect the GDP yet. I want GE. There's GE. We've got William Crampton's son, American Plantations, Ford Motor Company, and General Electric. I probably have some empty charters, don't I? I've got 2 free charters. We can give you steel or rubber. Do we already have steel? Don't have steel. General Electric, what is the only issue we can give you? We can give you motor. I'm not going to give you motor. Because we already got motor on the motor company. Ford Motor is buying motor. Do rubber. Thank you. No, all the rubber plantations. Oh, and I need more things to build, which should probably be in China. What's China struggling with? Well, it will be struggling as I try to deal with all the problems with needing infrastructure. So give it 10 more railways. And then I need to queue more stuff up. But looking at the time, I think we'll decide that at the beginning of the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow as we continue to grow the GDP following the retaking of Beijing. Beijing has 1 million unemployed pops and another 3 million peasants to work through. So we got an unemployment problem to deal with. But solving unemployment equates to more GDP. So that's what we're going to be working on. Industry, 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 more industry. Build, build, build. So if you're watching YouTube, pardon up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to take a short break so I can stretch, drink a little bit of tea, and yeah. So I'll be back with that. Wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part. With that, bye for now.